Hoki mai anō, welcome back. Dr Ashley Bloomfield has apologised for the lengthy delays for 32,000 test results during the Omicron outbreak. He conceded he overestimated how many tests the labs could deal with. Meanwhile, Omicron continues to surge through the country today. Another daily record, almost 20,000 new cases. And the number of people in hospital is also up to 373, with 9 in the ICU. There are just over 100,000 active cases in New Zealand, and the vast majority are in the 3 Auckland DHBs, almost 65,000. But it's the county's Manukau region where Omicron is hitting hardest, with almost a third of all cases in the entire country. And that has put huge stress on the St John Ambulance Service, who say they're facing unprecedented demand. Kethki Masalamani has more.
With the rise in cases, pressure is mounting on emergency services.
We're seeing delays of up to 14 hours for non-life-threatening emergencies.
Last July, St John Ambulance declared an emergency, unable to handle the demand.
The current volumes that we're seeing are well in excess of what we saw back in July.
147 St John staff are currently unwell, 66 of them with COVID, and the remaining staff have been shifted around the country to help with shortages. While life-threatening calls are prioritised, Dan O's says some 111 calls needn't be made.
Some people go to the emergency department, get frustrated with the wait times, drive home and call an ambulance.
Staff shortages are being felt across every essential service. Around 200 Auckland transport staff are off sick.
We had 1,400 services cancelled, which is about 10% of the network, and that's about double what it was last week.
Labs processing COVID tests too, under the pump. And for those who are still waiting on the results, today an apology.
We overestimated the number of tests the lab network could actually process once Omicron began to take off.
Dr Bloomfield admitted 32,000 tests have been delayed, 9,000 sent to Australia in an effort to reduce the backlog.
Anyone who had a PCR test on the 23rd of February or earlier and who is still waiting for your result, if you have symptoms still or have developed symptoms, then please go and collect a rapid antigen test from your local testing centre.
But testing centres now handling rats say it's a logistical nightmare.
We're unsure if we've got any for the next day. We're unsure if they arrive later in the day, whether we've got enough people to be able to wrap them to then get them out the next day.
Rats are easing the pressure on lab services. The results are almost immediate.
Nearly 20,000 cases today. Only a couple of thousand of those were PCR confirmed results. The rest were people self-reporting rapid antigen test results.
And there'll be plenty of demand at the Devonport Naval Base. 216 personnel are isolating, including 65 who've tested positive for COVID.
Well, kia ora Kethiki. So the Greens are calling for rapid antigen tests to be provided for free at every school.
Sam, the Greens say that hundreds of schools have been caught in the crosshairs of Omicron, especially now that close contacts need not isolate. And they want people to get RAS tested before they come in to prevent asymptomatic transmission spreading through schools. And meanwhile, in Auckland, 4 care hubs have been set up to take the pressure off our emergency departments. That's to help people with COVID-19 who have other urgent needs. Anything from burns to broken bones. You just need to call a health provider and they can help refer you to one of these 4 care hubs, 2 in South Auckland, 1 in the North Shore and 1 in West Auckland, and that'll take some much needed pressure off our emergency departments. Sam.
Sounds like a very sensible idea. Kethiki, thanks for that update.